Yo, what's good? Stu here, Stu TV. I cover all things blockchain, metaverse, crypto, NFTs, all that good stuff. Just going over the next video for the beginner series. I know specifically we're going to do another dive into NFTs. I know with our last video we got into NFT marketplaces, but let's go over the product and what you're actually going to buy, the NFT itself. And again, guys, just want to keep these videos more condensed. I'm not just getting good feedback just from the previous videos. So just want to keep that format going and condense it down, just going further in just a more digestible format. But let's get into it. So let's click on the first article. What is an NFT? Your guide to non-fungible tokens in 2024. NFTs are digital assets that are stored on a blockchain. They represent various forms of digital content and may even be tethered to physical assets. Ownership of these assets is recorded on the blockchain, creating a mutable record that enables selling and trading of NFTs. What does NFT stand for? NFT stands for non-fungible token. Although non-fungible tokens are widely regarded as new technology, the first NFT was minted in 2014 by digital artist Kevin McCoy. You can trace the origins of NFTs even further back to 2012, when Mitty Rosenfeld published the Colored Coins white paper describes methodology for representing ownership of real-world assets on the blockchain. So what does non-fungible mean? The term non-fungible is not limited to the NFT space. It also describes in law, finance, commerce, that are difficult to exchange with similar goods. In other words, non-fungible assets are unique. You cannot replace them with similar items. Diamonds are a non-digital example of a non-fungible good. Many different cuts, grades, styles, and diamonds exist. These qualities make them unique and non-interchangeable with other diamonds. Non-fungible versus fungible. In contrast, Indian rupee notes that are an example of a fungible good you can exchange for one 500 note for 5 100 notes, or two 200 notes and two 50 notes. Anything that is mutually interchangeable is described as fungible. Fungible goods are easily placed with the items of identical or practically identical value. So just even breaking all that down, just get into the history of NFTs, how they were first formed, and then from there, just how many different forms of tech has it been built on since then. There's just so much data to be able to look at how NFTs evolved over time, and now people just want utility on utility and benefit on benefit. But just getting into the base layer, I know non-fungible stands for like irreplaceable. That's why they have a so many piece collection, whether it's going to be 1,000 pieces, 3,000, 7,000, 10,000 piece collection. And then each of those collections are uniquely different from either one. So none of them in that 1,000 collection are the same. So that's what it gives it its non-fungible asset, in terms of it's an asset that is uniquely tailor-made to that and is only available on that particular part and section on the blockchain as far as being integrated. So that is just the difference in the separation. If it has fungible, then it's replaceable, something that you could be able to replace. So non-fungible tokens stands for all these NFTs having unique IDs, policy IDs, rarities, different grades, levels, and tiers of like an NFT that makes it one more valuable than another. But I'm going to show you that during the duration of this video. So what is an NFT? NFTs are proof of asset purchase. They are not an asset itself. These circumstances mean that you can create an NFT out of virtually anything. In addition to digital objects, you can use digital objects to represent a tangible item. Here are a few examples. Digital content like video clips and social media posts, media files such as GIFs, video games like avatars and skins, and disguised fashion such as NFT trainers. The difference between cryptocurrency and NFTs: despite similarities, cryptocurrencies and NFTs are not the same thing. Cryptocurrencies, however, a digital currency, is used for trading NFTs. The primary difference between cryptocurrency and its NFTs lies in their value. The value of cryptocurrency depends on the utility, similar to the Indian rupee. If every merchant in India decided to stop accepting Indian rupees, their value would plummet because they are purely economical. NFTs have both economic and non-economic value. Since an NFT can represent anything from artwork to a video game, its value depends on factors like investors, collectors, and rarity. So it's just so many different catalysts with NFTs. Are they a lot more risky? It's more multi-dimensional in terms of level of utility that you can get out of it, one. But it's also risky at the same time. It's a more risky asset, but it's a big reward and payoff, just depending on how you look at it. Because there's so many different advantages to tokens as well. And there's so many different tiers and things that I'm not going to be able to cover in today's beginner video. But they have examples of NFTs. You have CryptoPunks, Bored Ape, Lazy Lion. So we're going to look at a little bit of those. Why are NFTs so expensive? The value of an NFT depends on many different characteristics. A few contributing factors: the source credibility, the artist's relevancy in the current market for NFTs, and utility. So the last two parts is definitely important. Right now with the current market of NFTs, they're saying NFTs are slowly making a comeback depending on the time in which you watch this video. But when it's the NFT dry season, NFTs are not really heating up. That really affects across all chains. Now, some chains can keep coming out with mints and still have liquidity flow, but for these smaller ecosystems, it definitely benefits for having an NFT based run. And then utility. What benefits is the NFT going to be able to give me? But I'm going to do a lot deeper dive on that. So why do people buy NFTs? Decentralization, being able to network. Depending on the creator of the NFT, reward perks can be tethered from purchasing their collection. Their perks include access to exclusive events and memberships in groups and associations. So that's a big benefit, being able to network. You have environmental impacts as far as the cons, community, legal rights. So there's a lot of just risks in terms of how you're being able to interact with an NFT on a blockchain, on a network, and just being able to network with members of that community and have relevancy. But yeah, just want to cover and just go on to our next article. So the complete AZ guide from NFT utility, from definition to best examples. Who doesn't like perks, especially when they come in the form of innovative digital assets? NFTs are offering just that in a new frontier of digital ownerships. So let's scroll down. What is the NFT utility? NFT utility is basically the benefits you get with a non-fungible token, making it more just than a collectible. Think of it like a bonus feature. It could be a special tap pass to an online event, a key to unlock extra content in a video game, or even a ticket to a real-life concert. The idea is changing the game, and a lot. The art world and NFT can prove you're a true owner of digital masterpiece, while in music, it might get you exclusive access to a listening party or front row seats to a show. So it just gives you just extra benefits, basically. Extra benefits in different tiers, whether that's payment, whether it's passive income, whether that's access, whether it's getting into a specific networking group that you're interested in, networking and leveraging your way that way. So how you just promote it. Common types of NFT utility: voting rights, special offers, exclusive material. That's more like alpha groups, being able to events, getting IRL access. Maybe it's a favorite artist you like supporting. They might have a private event for all holders, and that's going to be even more popular in the future. Gamification with different play to earn mechanisms, being able to earn for these different games that you may play. So there's different common types of NFTs, or even quests or RPGs. So you have voting rights. The NFT utility empowers its holders to participate in decision-making process. You can select themes, so that has some type of governance with those NFTs. Special offers. You have exclusive material and events. Top NFT utility examples: fashion collaboration, sports, NFT-enabled identification, memberships, that's alpha groups, NFT tickets, utility-backed airdrops, loyalty rewarding programs. And you can specifically identify which is going to be the most valuable to you and what you identify and how you can capitalize best out of those categories. So they have fashion. Brands can offer unique fashion items, either digital or physical. So they have CryptoPunk, sports, so rare, so many different ones. And then you have the membership, entry into exclusive groups and communities, access to private events, both physical and virtual, opportunity to be in the first line for new NFT projects. So they just show you different alpha groups or just clubs you can be into. So let's go to NFT tickets. NFT tickets are transforming access to events, merging digital innovation with exclusive experiences, both in the physical and virtual world. So you have ones like Coachella, you have utility back, NFTs, smart beats, loyalty reward programs, just so much to be able to cover and get into and look at, and just want to just cover and just do a deeper dive in future videos. But let's go over to our chart. So we can just go over to OpenSea. We're just looking, and let's check out and see if we can look at all chains, and then we can look at the top over time, or we can look at some of the top projects. So obviously you have Bored Ape Yacht Club, then you have Pudgy Penguins. Let's click on Pudgy Penguins just to start. So we can click on it and you just see like different parts. So you have access to the website, to the Twitter. So that's where you can check and do research, background verification in terms of these different NFT projects, being able to see, all right, they have this many followers. Does that actually match the follower to engagement ratio? Does it look sort of right? Because they say they claim they have 500K followers, but only have 2 likes. Then we know all those followers were bought and botted. So just different processes like that. And then you could just click and just scroll down and see just the different aspects of the NFT. So we could just click on this one. So let's say we click on this one, we see the particular worth, and then we could just look at the traits. What makes a trait more valuable than another? So you can just look at the background, the body, face. So just to lower the percentage of the trait, that's going to up the value of that NFT, because that NFT, you're not going to be able to see that a lot. So the beard, a unique hands utility for that NFT, and even lower with the bodysuit of a puffer orange, different bodysuit. So that's how you track in terms of what makes a more NFT valuable than another, because you scroll down a little bit more in this list and you just click on something like this, it'll show you just different aspects. To say the body, as far as gold medal, that's 0.65%. That's less than 1%. So that's what makes it more valuable than the said NFT that was shown previously, or projected or perceived value just going on into the space. But you can also just look and just check out their website. Then once you just check out their website, this will just show you just all the assets, collectible items of Pudgy Penguin with proof of ownership stored on the blockchain. So you can be able to shop. I know they just got their IP released in Walmart, just different brands where they're connected with an actual major Web2 brand. So NFTs are being able to show what's possible through crowdfunding and access that have a mass amount of global users that can sow a seed into your vision or project. So they have Lil Pudgies, and then just so many different ones that you could be able to claim. They have Pudge Media. So it's just so much, but you can be able to check out the website, check and just see what it all looks like. And then let's actually scroll back, guys. Bored Ape Yacht Club. So you can be able to look into this one. It just shows you just different rares of NFTs. We're going to click on some of the ones very quickly. So it just shows you same thing. You just look and track by the rarity charts. You can just see like different details. Clicking on to just see the contract address, the token ID, who actually holds it. You can look at that person's wallet, see what other ones they hold. So there's like many different benefits, but it's just a lot that ties in with the partnerships. There's so much to be able to get into when you're being able to compare like different NFTs and looking at new collections. And then obviously just all time, this you want to also track by volume, seeing how much volume has been filtered through that project. That's going to give you some identification in terms of, all right, wow, this project is very sustainable. They have this much in funding to sustain them through dry periods of the market. So it's just a lot of different processes and systems. You can look at Bitcoin and just look at what's going over there. I know you have Node Monks, Bitcoin puppets. So just Quantum Cats, Pizza Ninjas. So we can even click on Pizza Ninjas. It just shows you this is some of the top BTC projects. You can just look. It just shows you just different inscription numbers, patient numbers, all the just different things that you get access to, and just showing you just rarity and charts within that NFT and the ecosystem. But that's a quick recap and update for this video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you share the video. Stay tuned for the beginning series. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.